I'm already, however, I'm more conversant with Hindi, but I will try to express my emotions in English as well. So, myself, Dr. Vilas Varudkar. I am working as a faculty in Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal. I am faculty in Mechanical Engineering Department, and I have been through this content in 2017 at Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, and the workshop was taken by Jatinder Narula Bhaiya, and it was a program, a 3-day program under TEQIP. I think most of you must be aware of that program. So it's a funded program for quality improvement program for major institutes initially. Further, it was expanded to the other institutes as well. So I was not aware about UHV or what it is. Just having a round of Chandigarh, having a visit on government expenses. Along with a colleague, I visited over there, and some of the proposals. So some of the proposals which it was really clicked to me, the part, the 8 questions of competence and intention. So it really clicked me over there, and I thought of exploring this content furthermore, and with this intention that it should be spread to all, I tried to organize this workshop at my institute as well, and with more deliberations with Narula Bhaiya, I was able to organize this in 2019. For as some recruitment was over there at our institute, so I thought that new faculty joining must be benefited with this initially. Otherwise, if they get into the role of faculty at NIT, it's very difficult to take them out for the workshop of UHV. So I tried that initially, and but very few or attended, as there was a parallel workshop at NITTTR Bhopal as well for NBA. So most of the faculties moved over there. Further, I keep on exploring of my own. I searched various videos for UHV in between, and found some videos of Ganesh sir at on the website of AKTU, earlier UPTU. So I downloaded all the videos. However, the sound quality was not very good of that videos, but at the Corona time also, I almost gone through those videos twice or thrice. And further, Moti Bhaiya introduced me to the morning session, and I joined in the 3rd batch. And from then I was really exploring the various proposals as well as performing the exercises 1 and 2. So I found, however, I was not able to complete all the steps of all the exercises, but some steps certainly explored my sanskar, and with that I was able to dilute some as well. So sanskar, I could say that I got promotions, 2 promotions in between, and how after that, after every promotion, there is a feeling that we must change our car, we must change our house, we must. So there was a pressure from colleagues as well, from my son as well. Oh, sorry, I don't introduce my family members initially. So my wife Alka is there, and 2 kids, Pratyaksh and Anmay. Pratyaksh, the elder one, is studying in class 12th, and the younger one is Anmay, he is in class 9th. So there was a pressure from the elder kid that we must have a new car. You are now associate professor. Now you can, we can afford it. All are having a big car now. And further, now in the last year only, again I being promoted to professor. So further there was a further more pressure. So I was about to say that we are having a good car. However, it's a old one. I purchased my car, which I am using it in 2012, and it's functioning well. So we should not, I think, go for another new car, and by just investing say some 50,000, 1 lakh or so. It's almost a new. So, so it was the proposal. I think I really am being able to verify at my end. Further, on the part of food, certainly I'm more, earlier I used to take non-vegetarians as well. But after the proposal being given to me, I shifted to completely vegetarian. Sometimes even I try to have raw food even. And however, many people questions me that you were a hardcore non-vegetarian at times. But I only answer them that it's give me a feeling of a healthy habit. So I just convince them that you can also try. As a form of proposal only, I can request them that you can also try this. And certainly you will also feel more healthier as I am. So they take me as an example, even some students as well. Further, my wife is also being motivated with this concept now. So it was also a long journey for her as well. Since I was being introduced in 2017, I kept on listening various videos on YouTube as well, joining certain workshops as well. In 2022, I again given a proposal to her that we must go to join a workshop with family. She said, no, we will go to Kashmir in the vacation. Okay, I said, okay, we will do, again, next summer vacation we can try, she said. Okay, then in the winter vacation, we went for a workshop. And there she got clicked that it's a good content and it should be explored more. So now she's also volunteering in the Rajanand Sansthan, the school education part. So it seems to me assurance that I am on the right path. But maybe I think her sanskar may be more deeper than me, or I think got evaluated very earlier. But I think I have to work more upon my sanskars. Further working on this, I attended many more sessions with Ganesh sir as well, visiting Kanpur Sansthan for further workshops for UHV 3 as well, IIT Kanpur, and further some more workshops, which are study workshops Kanpur Sansthan is organizing, and also volunteering in some workshops as well. Okay, I think, thank you. और कुछ बाकी कमिटमेंट्स में थोड़ा सा मैं बोल देता हूँ. आई एम बीइंग ट्राइंग टू इंक्लूड दिस कोर्स एट माय इंस्टीट्यूट, बट as we are at NITs, so certainly a pressure of ranking, publication, patent is more over there. So even though our director is now being convinced, last year only he has joined. So he is a supervisor of Akleshwar Pandey Bhaiya, so from MNIT Allahabad. So he is almost convinced from that this is a course which should be the requirement of all UG and PG. And on my part, I have included it in the PG initially, because PG is a small number and it's a departmental level academic committee. So I have introduced to PG and now being process are being initiated at for UG as well. Further, more workshops to be organized for faculty members. However, there are no credits for attending at workshop for faculty at NITs. So it's a difficult one. So I was just discussing with Deepa Didi as well that इनिशियली पकड़ना फैकल्टी को ज़्यादा आसान होता है जब वो ज्वाइन करते हैं. अदरवाइज इफ दे आर बीइंग इंट्रोड्यूस इनटू द सिस्टम, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू टेक देम आउट फॉर अ वर्कशॉप. थैंक यू. NITs में अभी तक कोई वर्कशॉप ऐसा नहीं चल रहा था. बस वो आपकी जानकारी में यू हैव एंड सम इंफॉर्मेशन ओवर देयर. ओके, वो SIP वाले फॉर्म में ही थोड़ा बहुत है. SIP में क्योंकि योगेश भैया इज देयर आई थिंक NIT पटना. वारंगल डॉक्टर हरी इज देयर, but they are organizing for their faculty in-house only. वो थोड़ा बहुत काम NIT पटना वारंगल का हुआ है, that I am aware, but वो भी बहुत टफ पार्ट रहा है. ESIP वाला पार्ट भी काफ़ी कुछ कवर हुआ है, बट जो मैंडेट है इट्स फॉर 3 weeks, वो कम्प्लीटली जो है वो 3 weeks का नहीं हो पा रहा है. वो बहुत शॉर्ट होते होते 1 week कई 3 days वाला तक पहुंच गया है. No, not yet. We are trying. PG I have included in my department, but for whole institute it's not been. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhaiya. In fact, I have not much interaction with Vilas Bhaiya, but still, I remember when we have this international conference, you were part of the education panel, right? And during the rehearsal time, we had a lot of rehearsals in between the practice sessions. In that, your contribution in the to the content and as a panelist or as maybe as an attendee in that rehearsal programs, it was excellent. But finally, in the final discussion, you couldn't contribute. But even then, your inputs were very helpful for us. The team who contributed in the final conference, it was very worth. So that was only interaction for me with you, but I can cherish that. And I can listen, I could listen to you from that you have been there in this UHB realm from 2017 onwards, or even before that. Nice, Bhaiya. Thank you so much. Yeah. Usha Didi.
Yeah, very good afternoon to all of you. I am Jempana Usha, working as a faculty from Raghu Engineering College, Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Coming to my family, I live with my mother-in-law and my husband. My son and daughter-in-law, they live in US, and I also have my parents, father and mother, who live like 15 kilometers away from my place. Like frequently I go and visit them. Before introducing to UHV itself, like I was trying to self-explore myself. Like there was a kind of exploration which was going on even before being introduced to UHV. Till 2017, like everything was okay, but I was connected to what Vanchana Didi was telling. My mother was a role model for me, like where she never had an opinion. Like she accepted whatever came to her. Like she was in the way that people wanted her to be. So we thought that, I and my sister thought that we should be like her. That's what, like not having any opinion, and whatever is needed, you do according to that without having your own opinion. But she was strong coming to the kids. when the people at home, my family and all, they were not willing for our education in a convent or English medium school and all. They wanted to send us to somewhere. Like she said, no, I want my kids to be educated only here. I'm sure about like coming to kids part, she was very strong. The others, it was okay. Like she never had an opinion. So we felt that we should be like her. So I was like her, even after getting married, like not having opinion. If someone asked, what do you want? Anything is okay. Whatever you want, I take it. That's it. And I started my career 2017. There was a dispute. Like in our workplace, there was a kind of a disharmony. So I didn't know how to get out of it. Till then, I never faced that kind of thing. I didn't know how to get out of it. And it continued for a long time. It was not like, for some time, then it's all like, I can handle it. But it was going on for a long time. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to leave the job and all. So I was in search of this internal peace. So I went to many spiritual places. I got enrolled in some spiritual courses and all. So all these were just short-time solutions. I found out that like I was not at peace for long. For some time it was okay. For a week or a two, or even sometimes a month, it was okay. But after that, the same. Then I got out of that job. I took break. I pursued my research, and after that, I got into another college. Here, my job was very comfortable. I didn't have any pressure. Everything was fine. But still, some kind of dissatisfaction was there. Like, what am I doing? Like, am I working only for money? Like, is that only life? Like, I was not satisfied with what I was doing. I didn't know what to do. It was going on. And during that time, we got a message from our vice principal telling that you have to, three of us, they picked three of our names, luckily. Like, we felt we were unlucky at that time. All three of you should do UHV1. We didn't know what UHV1 was, but we went on. And we did it religiously because we wanted to get the certificate. From morning 9 to 5, I remember in the bus, we used to travel in the bus from 4 to 5, it was a travel period. But still, you know, we were mad if we didn't have that signal, like running around where we get the signal for the polls. We missed the polls, the quiz and all. We did it religiously. It was in 2021 June. I felt connected to this content, and that was not enough. Like, I had no complete clarity, but I found out that I got connected to it. And after that, what happened is, after we got the certificates, like, they said that at least in every department, half of you should get the certificate. So in our department, there were few people who got enrolled, and I being like, I wanted to listen to the content once more. So now I feel sometimes guilty because I helped many of them to get the certificates. I used to listen to that course. I used to answer their questions. I used to, like, we all used to sit together in a room. And when there was a quiz, they, like, even if they were not in the room, they used to come running, ma'am, quiz. Like, we want the answers. Like, I was able to answer all the quizzes. And I helped a lot of them. And after that, I did my UHV2. But still, there was no clarity. Until I attended a face-to-face workshop where it was close to my place. So actually in that Geetam University, when I contacted them, I got the information from Jagdish Bhaiya. When I contacted them, they said that no, they are done. Like, we don't take any more enrollments. It's only for our people. We thought 4 of them from outside can come, and you will not be allowed to. They are filled. I said, no, I want to come because we have to teach this to our students. It became a non-credit course for us. So I should have a clarity. I wanted to come. So somehow I could convince them. We thought 4 of us will go, only I could go. I and one more could go. Then I got the clarity. Like, from day one, I still remember I was sitting in the front. From morning till evening, like, I don't know how the day passed. Like, And everything slowly, I think, I don't say I have even a complete clarity now, but it was getting in like, so I understood that this is what I needed. I still remember, I think on the fourth day or the last day when Bhai was telling about the existence thing, like it hit so hard that I cried a lot of times on that day. Uh, it was not, I was crying out of some pain or something, like it hit hard. So this is what the reality is and why we are not able to see it. Why we are not able to see this. So once in a while, Umesh Bhai used to ask, are you fine? I said, I'm fine. I'm fine. Before this face-to-face also, Jagdish Bhaiya told me about the morning sessions and all. I got enrolled in the 9th one, but I could not control. We all know that morning is very important for all the things that we do. We don't have time. All these are there. They are all preconditions. Even I had that. So I not. But after that, when Umesh Bhaiya asked in that, how many of you attend the morning sessions? There were few hands up. Then he said, you should start your day with the morning session. You should start your day with listening to either Gopal Bhaiya or Sharmila Didi. I started attending morning sessions, both. I understand English well. I also understand Hindi. I love the way that Sharmila Didi questions us back. Like she says, "Hai na?" Like that's what I love it. Like I get it more well. So if possible, I attend both, or at least any one of them I do attend. Now I was telling, before this, or even now sometimes I tell you, I don't have big problems, as Umesh Bhaiya tells that are the small problems of wife and husband, mother-in-law. These are great ones. What happens, when we don't have a bigger problem, these smaller problems become big. We think they are everything for us. Even I thought that. My mother-in-law is so loving. But there are few differences between us, and that become more for me. The differences of tidiness and all, I want everything to be organized. And I also feel that what you eat is important. Like once upon a time, like anything you eat, the quantity was more important for me. Now I feel that, no. What you eat is important. What you need, you eat. She says that what her feeling is, you should always grow. Along with your age maybe, but you should eat well, you should be strong. That's what she feels. So I'm against that. And regarding the way, like more oily and spicy and all, I'm a bit against it. So those become a problem for me. I never respond, or I never react, like they can't see my reaction. The same as Vanjana Didi was telling 50 times, it's all piled up. Whatever someone says, you don't react to them, but it's all piled up. It's there within you. And you don't express to anyone, no one. Like not even husband, no one you express it to. So it gets piled up, and maybe after a certain age, I could not take it anymore. So when it started coming out, then there was a big issue. There was a big issue for things, and as I tell you, I don't say anything, I just withdraw myself. I don't speak, I don't reply. I don't talk to anyone. That's what is my reaction. That's all, nothing more than that. But still, it used to go for days. The same thing, like, why did she say this to me? I did a lot to her, and now she's saying, for days. This reel was going in my head for days. That's what. So what are the proposals that I could see? Who is deciding the feeling within you? That's a basic proposal that I felt. Who is deciding the feeling within you? I am deciding. Who is giving the meaning to all the words that you listen to? I am doing it. So my mother-in-law, it's not like to trouble me, she does all that, the mess and all. No. her competence, it's not her intention, her competence. That's what I started seeing all this. And I started understanding that it is not the others I want to change, it is me. And now, as Vanjana Didi was also telling, like, I started expressing my opinion with a relation, and I think they also started accepting that it's true. I have my son, I'm blessed to have him actually. You know, I always say this, like, God knew that I'm not competent enough to handle things like that. He's more mature than me. He suggests me things. I think nowadays kids are like that. He suggests me things. One day we had a conversation. Like, he was saying, he told me a small story. And in that story, it's all about a mother who doesn't have an opinion. And finally, they take her for granted. They don't ask her any opinion, they take her for granted. And after all the story, he told, you will become like this. Now, all your responsibilities are almost done, so you should try to express your opinion. You should have your own time. You should do whatever you like to do and all this. So I realized that that's great. So I started traveling. I started doing different things that I want to do. And I started also expressing my own opinion with a relation. Like, and they may not understand it, but at least I don't have that disharmony within me. Maybe today they may not understand me, but maybe tomorrow or some other day when I express the same, they may understand me. So that's what my state now. Before, there was a lot of disharmony. And once upon a time, when I spoke to my son, I was telling that there is a mental struggle going on within me. He said, why don't you take a session, like counseling session? I said, no, I think I'll handle it. Like, that much struggle was there within me. And now I'm more peaceful. I don't say that I completely transformed. No, I'm still exploring. And morning sessions are really helping me. They are like hand holding and taking step by step. Still, I don't understand all, but still, I know that that's the way to go. From 11th batch, I'm continuously attending. 11th, 12th is over. I think few more batches. I'm sure, like, I will have that internal peace. And even now I go back sometimes into that silent mode, but still I come out quickly. It takes maybe an hour, max an hour, minimum more than, lesser than that, but max an hour. I come out of it. I don't have that reel going on again and again. And I thank all my mentors and my co-explorers who have helped me a lot to come out of it. And my contribution, yes, I want to do, like, I have some time also now. So I want to contribute in my own way, and whatever is assigned to me, sure, I'll put my effort into it. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah. Do we have any questions to Didi? Any questions? Any comments?
How old is your son?
My son is 35 years old.
What is the response of your husband while you're changing?
I don't think
With your mother-in-law you shared, but what about your husband? He's a very important link between you two.
For the first question, my son is 35 years old. So I got married 38 years old. So my husband's role, my husband is not completely into this content, but he's happy seeing me transform. Like, let me tell you, he's a cool guy. That's there. He supports me for everything. I want to add 2 more sentences, can I? I got married at the age of 14. That's what. I got married at the age of 14, and how was my marriage? I'll tell you. When I was born, my marriage was settled. So as soon as I was born, like, my husband's mother, she came and asked my father, like, they are both brothers and sisters, like cousins. She asked my father, I want your daughter. He said, yes, fine. And they also say, when I was maybe 3 or 4, my father went to my husband's house So he asked, Mama, I want to watch a movie, give me money. So my father said, okay, I'll write an agreement, sign on it that you're going to marry my daughter, I'll give you money for a movie. So it was like that. I got married when I was 14. I just was doing my 10th during that time. And I had to stop because it was a joint family. So I had to stop my education. And after my son, yes, I stopped there. No, I didn't have a say in that. No, I didn't have a say in that. It was not like we can say something. So after my son was born and he started going to school, my husband, he asked me, like, I want you to study. Actually, let me tell you, I was not so much interested in studies also. Maybe that was the reason I didn't have a, like, also. So he said, I want you to study. I said, okay. He said, I wanted to do MA English. I could not do. I want you to do that. Okay, that's fine. So we thought we'll get enrolled in a college. So my mother-in-law and all, we were living in a joint family. Her co-sisters, everyone were there. Like, they said, no, not college, you can study from home. So I said, fine. Then I got enrolled one after one. I did my degree, then I did my PG, then I also did my PhD. Like, it was all my husband and my mother-in-law. I truly tell you, like, my mother-in-law is my second mother, like, almost. She's more worried about what I eat. Even when I call her, like, how are you? She says, I'm fine. Like, did you eat something? I eat. Only because of their support, I could do that. And only because of their support, you know, I'm here now. If not, I don't know where would I would not have a chance of exploring this content also. Yes. Regarding yes, I tell you, there was some kind of a desire. As I tell you what happened, you know, I love them. I know that they are very supportive. Without them, I am nothing. But still, the small things that matter, you know. Every Sunday, I used to clean the complete house. I wanted this like this. So within 2 days, like Tuesday, what happens, you know, everything becomes messy again. Like, I had that strength I used to do whenever I wanted. Now I don't have that. So when I don't have that, what happens, you know, I don't want to. That's the struggle. When you know that they are very supportive to you, yes, because of them you're here, but you're reacting on them. I felt that this is because of age and I'm not able to stop myself. This is happening. I wanted to get out of it. That's the struggle. I know that I'm doing a mistake. I shouldn't do it, but I was not able to stop it. I was not able to stop it. So I wanted to get out of that cycle, but I was not able to stop it. So that was the struggle. If I really felt that they are doing something against me and I have a disheartenment, that was fine. But I know that they are not completely against you. There are differences, that's all. But still, I had that, what do I say? I was against them. I had the disharmony against them, opposition against them. That I was not liking. I wanted to break it. I could not break it until I completely understood the concepts that I have come over here.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank
Nice. So in the South Central region, they have this weekly meeting every Saturday. So they have a rigid agenda for that also, that the new participants will introduce, and then there is a recap of the previous week's meeting. And Usha Didi, every week she articulates the previous day's content very well. She writes down that, and that is shared in the group also, right, in their group. And she reads that in the next meeting. So the whole content, even if you could not attend the previous week's meeting, the whole content will be there in a nutshell. So she's a good articulator in that way. And she's a good organizer also. Nice.
I got this motivation from Gita Didi. Because I have Gita Didi and Prashant Bhaiya. They give the recap. When I attended few meetings, the way they give the recap, first initially I thought, okay, maybe video was shared to them, that's the reason they could do. But afterwards I came to know, no, it's not video, like they are noting
Nice. So this is carried forward. Nice, Didi. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. So we have to move forward. Anita Didi? Yeah. Last but not the least, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll just go through it faster, so we'll finish within time. Okay, I'm Dr. Anita Santajimani. At present, I'm staying with my father-in-law and my husband in Sholapur. My daughter Gauri, she is in the second year of engineering and she's staying in Pune in the college hostel. Now, before being exposed to UHB, now if I have to say that, life was moving forward without a clear purpose, or rather a minimal expectations, nothing to be achieved from this. I was working merely to earn a living. That was my thought. If someone hurts me in their words, I would feel depressed and blame my fate. As usual, we usually do that. Those words would linger in my mind for 1 or 2 days or until something new occupied my thoughts. I recall a meeting with a senior mentor, Ganesh ji. He remarked, "You have too many sanskars. You need to work on them." That was in July, August 21. Bhaiya said, "Only sanskars you have." For me, at that time, I did not fully grasp what he meant. However, upon reflection, I can now understand to some extent what the sanskars are. In my previous organization, that is the Kondapuri campus, Sinhagad, I was working with Sinhagad. I remember that when I first joined, my interactions were very limited to simple hi and hello, and really never mixed with people. I focused on my work and was content with that, very happy with that. My interactions were confined to very few individuals. However, by the time I left, I had connected with the entire campus, from my LKG students, they knew me, I knew them, to the PG students to whom I taught. They knew me, I knew them, that was more important. More important was our interaction filled with warmth and care. This transformation occurred when I started participating in UHB activities, which gradually influenced my behavior towards my students, my non-teaching staff, and my teaching staff. I used to feel guilty for not spending enough time with my family after securing a job for nearly 28 to 30 years, I can say. I have been away from home before and after marriage, returning on weekends or public holidays. That was my routine, except during lockdown period when I was finally able to be with my family. These thoughts would often surface, especially in the moment of self-reflection. However, now this longing has been fulfilled. I can finally dedicate time to my family, including engaging in activities like cooking, which I previously did occasionally when visiting home. Occasionally, I used to go in front of the gas stove, never. So after being introduced to UHV over the past 9-10 months, I was able to balance my responsibility towards my family while also focusing on my personal growth. I have actively engaged in UHV content, that is preparing notes I have started, delivering few demo presentation, attending morning session, Tuesday face-to-face meetings, Wednesday team development meeting, Saturday, Sunday weekly meeting, as well as contributing to online students development program. Now during these sessions, I was often involved in back-end activities, attentively listening to the resource person and analyzing how their ideas were presented. However, I have noticed that my mind would sometimes drift into unrelated thoughts. When focused, I realized I had missed few key points, especially during question and answer discussion. To address this, I started consciously engaging with the content, internally answering the questions and evaluating whether my understanding aligned with the concept, what is being discussed, or is it something different I'm doing. Reflection of self-exploration. I had experienced some frozen left arm during June, July, and it had been carried over for 6 months. So I was not able to move my hand. Sometimes I was aware, but most often times I ignored it. Although I interact with my body continuously, when my left hand was frozen, my body could not follow my instructions. That's what from exercise 2, I started comparing it, whether it is really there and does it really work. So, and any attempt to move resulted in severe pains. This made me realize that while sensations are always present, I was not paying attention, or sometimes I was paying attention when I was not preoccupied. Otherwise, I used to forget it. But with proper understanding, proper medication, proper nutrition, and regular exercise, I gradually restored to my arm, which is now 90% okay. This experience enforced a fundamental choice that I could remain unhappy and dwell on my condition, or work towards harmony through awareness and right understanding. Choosing the latter followed me to overcome the challenge with a positive mindset. Now, understanding feelings through UHB, few things I have noted down, not all. Over the last few months, I have recognized different feelings and the impact on my relationship. Here I have taken, because I'm only at home right now, so only my family members are there with me right now. So, care of my father-in-law. I now recognize care as a sense of responsibility and commitment towards his well-being. Ensuring he receives proper nourishment and support is not an obligation, but a conscious choice driven by my affection for him. Then guidance for my daughter Gauri. I feel a deep sense of responsibility to guide her in developing the right understanding and feeling within herself. This goes beyond providing material support. It is about nurturing her inner growth. And affection towards my family, when I see my family members naturally want my happiness and prosperity regardless of their competence, I feel assured of their intention. With the feeling of trust, I can accurately evaluate their abilities, respect, and define my complementary with them. This understanding has strengthened my relationship with Abuja, we call my father-in-law, Gauri, and Santaji. Now, gratitude to my husband, Santaji. I feel a profound sense of gratitude towards Santaji. In UHB, gratitude, we say a feeling we hold for those who support us in a journey towards excellence, and he has done that part very nicely. Through his generous gestures, both big and small, he ensures my happiness and well-being. He also takes care of his family in ways that bring me joy. Recognizes this has further deepened our bond. Through UHB, I have learned to view life with greater clarity and purpose. My relations have become more meaningful, and a sense of responsibility towards my family and myself have strengthened. I now approach challenges with awareness, understanding, and harmony, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced life. One incident which we had in our last Sunday meeting, if few of them are there, they will remember, that in the discussion it was affection versus attachment. So my question was about attending the Ghaziabad conference. Means this conference, SRM conference. Is it affection, is it attachment, or is it excitement? So I was still reflecting till I come here, and Bhaiya has given answers in the last 2 days during our meeting also, and one more which I remember yesterday in our evening meetings, he did answer this also. In the past, whenever I had to attend a meeting or a family function, the first question which came to my mind was, can I get along? How will others treat me? Will there be acceptance? I was always afraid of meeting people. But when it comes to this conference, I feel different. Was it attachment that pulled me towards all of you all? Or was it affection? Or was it just excitement to meet, to talk to you all, or meet everyone? I don't know. I'm just contemplating on it. Thank you. That's why yesterday I said you answered all my questions. Did you read my script? I asked it.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you. Uh, Last 2 years ago, that was my first interaction with so many resource persons, so many volunteers of UHV in a regional conference, happened to be in my college. At that time, I was very worried because that lot of trouble I can say sustained before actually these people uh, about to come in my college. And that was, I remember, 15, 16, 17th of April 2022. On 13th of April, I got a call from Umesh Bhaiya. They said, I'm coming on 14th only. 15th is the actual regional conference would start. I'll come by 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, how will do this? I've not yet prepared for that because this is all arrangement is new for me because every person he does such kind of things. At that time, immediately after his call, I got one call from Manita Didi. I never knew, I can say to her also, but she said, don't worry, I'll come, I'll take care of everything. Before Umesh Bhaiya came, she came and she took a charge of everything. She was not from my college and she took a charge of everything. That time I found she has such a personality, even you don't know, but she is like a elderly sister, take care of everything. And from that date till today, I found in every decision, every like kind of a problem, I do call to my mentors, but sometimes I found instead of directly go to the mentor, shall I go to the another mentor that I always share with her. And that is what is my relation. I found every time she helps. Earlier I found it is only for with me, but it's not kind of a with me. Now I found that so many people met here also to Anita Didi and they find she has a nature with everyone, not only with me, with everyone. This is what is I want to tell about her. Thank you so much.
Okay, so with this, our sharing of group number 1 comes to an end. Tali. Yeah, so it's always very encouraging, inspiring. Listen to the journeys of everyone, and the success stories. For someone, that minor problems also appears to be a very big problem. But for the others, that big problem is only the big problem. The small is not the problem. Whether it's a small or it's a big, it is a problem, right? And unless we don't resolve within ourselves, we keep searching and working on that. And that is what each one of us have been doing. And I'm sure meeting here in the physical mode, face to face, our interactions inside the hall, outside the hall, in the room, walking, jogging, morning walk, dinner, breakfast, all these interactions within ourselves and the interactions with our friends and the family member must have inspired each one of us to strengthen our journey of exploration, to reach to the state of an excellence, and on the way to the excellence, participating in the societal transformation. So I'm sure this must have been happened. If this has happened, which means the conference is successful. So at least I have got a lot of takeaways for myself. My commitment, my motivation for my own development has strengthened than before I came to this campus. So this is happening in me. At least I'm able to see that this is happening in me. I got some nice takeaways from this conference, and that takeaway would certainly help me to proceed further towards my journey. And each one of us are going through the same thing, right? So I think this conference is successful in that all sense. This conference is also successful because we got to know each other, very nicely. Connecting through that online mode only in the meetings, talking about those project and activity, And then when we are not talking in the meeting and talking about the project and activity, then also giving a call to each other for the project and activity. That is a part of our life. But at the same time, you know, here, like this morning, when I was coming, the first person, Gita Didi was there, right? I met Gita Didi and I asked her, what time did you sleep? So she said 10 o'clock. And then there was one, and with Gita Didi, Lata Didi was there, and Lalita Didi was there. So she said 11:30. And then this Amal Didi and Deepa Didi, they said almost 12 o'clock. Okay. And then Gita Didi immediately said, oh, self-regulation, 10 o'clock, you know, routine. Yes. So that self-regulation, you know, we have to sleep at 10 o'clock. Yeah, but, you know, like I slept around 1 o'clock last night. I got up very early. Day before, the same thing has happened. See, we are here in the conference for a journey of excellence, you know, for that wisdom. We are here in the conference to get to know each other, to connect to each other. So at least, you know, when I came to Delhi, I came with a very clear mindset that I will develop my understanding, I will develop my feeling so that my program of self-regulation will be more tighter after going this, but not here.
Some of us know you only through the online FTPs. This is the first, I mean, not the first time, but can you share a bit about yourself and your journey? You're doing it, but your initial, where are you from? And
I think that is what I'm sharing, right? That is what I shared, that before coming to Delhi, I had this clear-cut mindset that these 3 days I'm going there to interact with everyone, I'm going to talk with everyone. I may not be able to, you know, sleep, I will sleep, may not sleep. I mean, following self-regulation is absolutely right, you know, I'm not saying anything about it. But what I'm saying, that's the objective of the conference. The objective of the conference is to develop within and to develop outside with the feelings of relationship. And I think that objective has been achieved by individual participants also, and by all the different regions, and by the whole UHV family as such, you know, that objective has been achieved. Now, this is the time to take off. But when we take off, it's important to understand the ground reality. Whether the environment, weather is in favor of takeoff or it is not in the favor of takeoff. Takeoff in a sense, takeoff for the self journey and takeoff for the participation in the societal transformation. This is the time to look within and see how many times I get excited. If someone calls my name, am I feeling excited? If someone doesn't call my name, do I feel excited? Excitement positive, excitement negative. Our own volunteer is giving sharing, and there is possibility that 5 people have commented. Why these 5 people are commenting for her? I am also doing the same volunteering, not ready to take off. In such bad weather, if you try to take off, there will be crash. And what that crash will be? Demotivation, withdrawal. There is a possibility that I may withdraw of taking off. So I may disconnect myself from the weekly meeting. I may disconnect. Of course, this is going to be a very temporary withdrawal. Everybody sitting in this hall is not going to withdraw at all permanently. But even if the temporary withdrawals happens often, which means I'll have to work lot of on my own feelings. It's very important, right? So what sort of feelings I have in me for the others? Am I differentiating me and other, or am able to see that we all are the part of the same team, same family? I'm doing something and not recognizing me. This is not the time to take off. Correct? When we say I am a volunteer of universal human values, what does it mean? What does it mean to you? For? Towards? The more responsibility towards my development, that is the meaning of volunteering. If this thought comes in me that I am doing their work, investing my money, my time, if this thought is coming, which means I am thinking I am different and the UHV family is different. When I cook the food in the home and there is a thought that I am cooking for them, which means I am working for them. I am not sharing the responsibility. With this thought, there would not be affection. Because with this thought, now there will be expectations. What expectations? They should appreciate my food is good. They should not criticize on my cooking style. This either the appreciation and no criticism, because I'm doing the work. Okay. But I'm cooking the food because it is my responsibility. So now I'm sharing my responsibility. So when I do my responsibility, there is no expectations of appreciation. And even if someone criticizes, I'm able to see that, okay, why this criticism is there? Why this critical review is there? Is it there for my development or just to make me down? Right? We are able to see to it. If our feelings are settled within, then everything around looks very settled. But if my feeling is disturbed within, if there is problem in my feelings, then I see that there is a problem in content and there is problem in Ganesh sir also. Does it happen or not? Then I see there is a problem in everyone. You know, whomsoever is hand-holding, nurturing, there is a problem in them only. Because this problem is going on in me. Because the problem is going on in me. This is very important, right? We are at a very crucial time now. At this crucial time, this observations and awareness of our feelings, we need to strengthen, tighten and sharpen. Because many times we, for the sake of saying, or sometimes we are not able to see our feelings, so we say that, no, I have a feeling of relationship for everyone. If you have a feeling of relationship for everyone, that's a good thing. You know, it's a really good thing. But then if some sort of an opposition is there, if some sort of an competition is there, at least I should accept it. That I have a competition. There's a possibility there are so many, areas for the competition. The one of the area could be the lead role in the activity, project. Now this is also competition. Other area could be sharing the sessions in the student development program or faculty development program, online versus offline, right? A favorable place versus non-favorable place. Why only he goes to Delhi's workshop? Why I'm not going to? Why they are not sending me to Delhi? This is also competition, right? Whenever such thought is going on within me, which means it's a time to pause and work with it, right? Pause and work with it. Because with such sort of competition, the feeling of just let me complete. With this feeling of competition, right, if we keep going together without bringing this into our notice, paying our attention and others' attention, then these issues will be piled up. And then in the factory or a company or even today's college or today's family, we are just staying together. So slowly what will happen? See, all these issues are there in our families. Correct? All these issues are there in our family, because in our family, everybody is not taking efforts for the development of right understanding and right feeling. But in this family, each one of us is taking efforts for the right understanding and right feeling. The problems which are happening in our family, if the same problems are happening here, or the similar problems are happening here, which means I am not transforming. Which means I am not transforming. The issues with my spouse, here the issue with my volunteer. Correct? So I am not transforming. What is basically the transformation is the understanding. I'm understanding and developing with the feelings. At least I'm developing with the feelings who are going through the same process. If this is happening, individually we can progress and develop, and with these individual efforts, it will become a collective efforts. Collectively we'll be able to develop. I mean, when we look into the achievements of UHV, let us say past 3 years only, or past 5 years, this is amazing. This is, I mean, unparalleled achievements. Whenever I see the history of the human being and all those major events which has happened in the history of the human being for the transformation of the society, maybe 50 years from now or 100 years from now, this event would be considered as the topmost event. The topmost event. Just imagine, you are sitting here not because you are going to get the promotion. You are sitting here not because if you don't sit here, you will be fired out from your organization. Right? So there is no award, neither punishment. But still you are sitting here. So we are sitting here voluntarily. The reason we are sitting here because we want to be happy within, and we want everybody to be in the same state of happiness. Right? That is our aspiration. So we have our individual aspirations, we have our collective aspirations. For the fulfillment of that individual and the collective aspirations, we are here, we are doing this journey. Now, at such an important place of journey, such an important time of journey, it becomes more essential and important to strengthen our exploration. And looking at our feelings at very fine level. If I'm getting disturbed because of some person, understand it that there is a disturbance within. So is that disturbance, then try to find out the reason. So there is a possibility that I may feel disturbed because of a volunteer of my own region. Or there could also be a possibility I'm comfortable with the volunteers of my region, but I'm not comfortable with the volunteer of other region. Some issues is there, right? This is the meaning that I am not able to have that unconditional and continuous feelings. We all are in the journey, correct? We all are in the journey. Let us accept this, that our feelings are not settled. So there is a possibility of competition, there is a possibility of jealousy, there is a possibility of opposition, but then at least, this sort of conferences, the face-to-face meetings, it really helps because we get to know each other. Instead of carrying the things within, at least we can speak to each other, right? We can speak and then try to resolve it. Otherwise what happens, we keep carrying it and then knowingly or unknowingly, it gets translated into our behavior as reactions. And those reactions are very bad reactions. We think that the people are not able to observe it. But you know, the reactions can always be noticed. The excitement can always be noticed. The unhappiness can always be noticed, because these are all disharmonious things, uncomfort things. क्या कहते हैं उसको, वो ग्राफ होता है वो ECG. ECG. It can be always be noticed, right? Because there is no harmony, there is no stability. But the moment the heart stops functioning, it becomes a straight line. Comfort. If there is things comfortable, it cannot be noticed. Yeah, I said, if you are doing this ECG, right, the graph goes like this, because it's not stable. But the moment the heart stops functioning, the brain gets dead. Straight line. Comfort, right? So the state of harmony is the comfort. That comfortness may not be visible, but that uncomfortness, that disturbance get easily visible. It gets visible through our face, it gets visible through our walk, it gets visible through our words, it gets visible through our every action. Even if we are not doing the action, it gets visible, right? It gets visible. So instead of carrying all the disturbance within, if I am having this irritation because of, let us say, Mr. X or Mr. Z, okay, let me give an example of Sarath Bhaiya, right? If I'm getting this irritation because of Sarath Bhaiya, then I can talk to him. That Bhaiya, these are the reasons, you know, I'm not feeling comfortable with you. I'm not feeling comfortable. And these are the reasons. So if I am doing the correct analysis of the reason, it's fine. If I'm not doing the correct analysis of the reason, Bhaiya can help me. Like, see that. See, who is thinking that the other person is not ready to accept? See, it's because I am not ready to accept the other person. I am not ready. It's not the other person. That is the reason I reached to this conclusion that the other person is not ready to accept me. But if I am ready to accept, at least I'll go and talk. I can go and talk. Few things can be resolved. If you think that the time is the solution, then take a pause. Okay, then take a pause. But while taking pause, if my reaction inside are increasing, then I am not taking pause. Taking pause would means I am settling down within, and then with the feeling of relationship, again I am restarting. So that pause is required some time, but that pause is for the development of our own feelings. हाँ जी, हाँ जी. देखिए वही नहीं, ठीक है, आ गया ध्यान में आ गया.
हेलो.
आ गई ध्यान में, बात आ गई. मेरे बिहेवियर से आप आहत हो गए और अब सीधा सीधा आकर मुझसे बोलना है.
मैं आपको समझ पा रहा हूँ कि आपने ऐसा क्यों किया. जैसे हम तो मैच्योर हो रहे हैं धीरे धीरे, तो हमारे साथ पास्ट में कुछ हुआ, तो हम ये जानना चाहते हैं कि उससे अभी जैसे अभी हम उसको बात कर रहे हैं, हम उसको एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं कि वो ऐसे कंडीशन था, इस कारण उसने ऐसा बिहेव किया, लेकिन वो आज भी ऐसा ही बिहेव कर रहा है. तो मैं क्या उसको डायरेक्टली बोल सकता? वैसे तो आप अगर नहीं बोलोगे तो बातचीत बंद ही है। अगर हम संबंध अपना पहचान चुके हैं कि हमारा भाई का है, बहन का है, पत्नी का है, पिता का है, माँ का है, तो हम क्या उससे डायरेक्ट बोल दें कि आपने इस समय ये बिहेव किया था और आज भी वैसा ही बिहेव कर रहे हैं, इसलिए आपसे बात करने का मन नहीं कर रहा, हम आपसे बात इसलिए नहीं कर रहे। तो क्या हम ऐसे डायरेक्टली बोल सकते हैं? बात ऐसे बोलने से क्या बात बन जाएगी? हमारे संबंध सुधरेंगे?
हो गई?
हाँ।
चलिए ठीक. Yeah. So basically his question is that the other person is committing the same mistakes again and again. So if I go and tell the other person that you are doing these mistakes, so will it work? Is it going to improve the other person? Will it improve our relationship? This is basically the question. ठीक है, this is basically the question. मैं इंग्लिश में बात किया तो चलेगा? ओके गुड.
मैं भी बोल सकता हूँ इंग्लिश
नहीं नहीं कोई
में,
नहीं
but I prefer mother tongue.
नहीं कोई इशू नहीं, कोई इशू नहीं. सो लेट अस से कि यू आर डूइंग सम मिस्टेक्स अगेन एंड अगेन. डू यू डू सम मिस्टेक्स अगेन एंड अगेन?
No.
No. Very good. Nice. When I was child, I remember the first time I got a nice slap from my mother. It was because I lied. It was because I lied. Okay. And I think today also I lies. So I do the same mistakes again and again many times. आप करते या नहीं करते ऐसी गलतियाँ? Okay.
पसंद होता है वो गलतियाँ होती हैं.
Ha, this is right. Now he's saying that I do the mistakes, and then he say that mistakes happens. That is the answer. That is the answer, right? Mistakes happens. So if the mistakes happens by me, the mistakes can also happen by the others. But when the mistakes happens by me, I have reasons. Correct? If the mistakes happens by me, I have reasons. But if the same mistakes happens by the other, I don't see the reason.
I don't know. So मुझे नहीं पता इसलिए नहीं था.
हाँ नहीं क्योंकि मैं देखता ही नहीं ना. I don't see the reasons. This is number one. Okay. Now, if you are doing some mistakes again and again, and if I come directly and tell you, look, Bhaiya, you are doing these mistakes again and again, will you accept?
No.
Very good.
क्योंकि वो तारतम्य में नहीं है ना. जैसे चीजें जो हो रही होती हैं तो वहाँ पे अगर पॉइंट बोला जाए तो समझ में आता है. डायरेक्टली हम आपसे बोलें कि आपको ये गलती की है आज दिन भर में, तो आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं करोगे क्योंकि उस पर बात ही नहीं हो रही थी.
वही आपके क्वेश्चन का आंसर आ रहा है अभी.
अच्छा.
राइट. यू आर गेटिंग द आंसर ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन. राइट. ऐसा नहीं हो पाएगा क्योंकि वो स्वीकार नहीं कर पाएंगे, वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाएंगे. ठीक है, ये एक बात है. तीसरी बात यह है कि द अदर पर्सन इज डूइंग द मिस्टेक्स. ओके, द अदर पर्सन इज डूइंग द मिस्टेक्स. व्हाट इज योर रोल इन टू इट? व्हाई यू आर गेटिंग डिस्टर्ब बिकॉज ऑफ दैट?
मैं डिस्टर्ब नहीं हूँ.
तो लेट हिम डू द मिस्टेक ना.
नहीं तो मुझे संबंध सुधारने भी तो हैं कि वो सामने वाला समझे कि नहीं भी इसका अपना हो.
सी, संबंध सुधारने हैं.
हाँ.
Right? Now I asked him, if the other person is doing mistakes, and if you are not getting disturbed, then let him do the mistakes. So what he's saying that, no, it's not like that. Because I want to improve my relationship. Because I want to improve my relationship. Which means, relationship is only with the people who doesn't do the mistakes. Very good. Very good. So the relationship is there in between every human being. So each one of us are doing mistakes, and that is what we are saying, right? Aren't we doing mistakes? If my feeling is not harmonious, which means I am doing mistake. If my feeling is not comfortable, which means I am doing mistakes.
ये जज करना पड़ेगा ना कि वो उनके मिस्टेक्स हमें कितने नुकसान पहुंचाएंगे. क्या वो गत्ते में भर देंगे, हमें डब्बे में भर देंगे कि नहीं भरेंगे, ये तो हमें जज करना पड़ेगा ना. तब
ये तो जज करना पड़ेगा दो बातों के ऊपर, है ना? How many times the other person can do the mistakes, and how many times we can obey the other person. It depends on two things. How long you want to live with the feeling of relationship, कब तक आपको संबंधपूर्वक जीने की चाहना है। जब तक आपकी चाहना है तब तक तो आपको करना ही होगा। दूसरी बात है कि कब तक आपको सुखपूर्वक जीने की चाहना है। तो जब तक आप चाहते हो सुखी होकर जीना, तब तक सुखी होकर अपने में जीना, राइट। अभी क्या हो रहा है कि उनके प्रति की जो विरोध का भाव है, उसके चलते आप सुखी हो या दुखी हो, कोई फर्क नहीं है। तो फिर तो इश्यू ही नहीं है, फिर इतने क्वेश्चंस क्यों आ रहे हैं? कुछ फर्क, देखिए मैं वही बात हो रही थी अभी बात वही हो रही थी कि जब तक हम ऑब्जर्व नहीं करेंगे ना अपने में कि इससे मैं सुखी होता हूँ, दुखी होता हूँ, मुझे फ़र्क होता है, फ़र्क नहीं होता है, जब तक मैं अपने में ऑब्जर्व नहीं कर पाऊँगा तब तक अपनी स्थिति का ध्यान नहीं लग पाएगा। तो अभी हम तो बात कर रहे हैं ना, हम लोग वही बात कर रहे थे कि दिस इज़ द टाइम टू बी अवेयर एंड ऑब्जर्व आवर ओन स्टेट, ठीक। Then only I'll be able to see that whether I have relationship, opposition, happiness, unhappiness. I'm disturbed, I'm comfortable. I'm uncomfortable, I'm irritated. Right? तब जाकर पता चलेगा कि कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स है या नहीं है। If there is no problem, तो फिर तो कोई इशू ही नहीं है, फिर तो कोई इशू ही नहीं है ना। कोई फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता तो फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है, फिर तो कोई इशू नहीं है। लेकिन अगर फ़र्क पड़ता है तो इसका मतलब इशू है, तो प्रॉब्लम है, राइट। फर्क पड़ता है तो प्रॉब्लम है। इफ इट इज मैटर्स, इफ इट मैटर्स देन देयर इज अ इशू। देन व्हाट इज दैट इशू? दैट इशू इज दैट आई वांट टू लिव विद द फीलिंग ऑफ रिलेशनशिप, एंड व्हेनेवर आई हैव दिस फीलिंग ऑफ रिलेशनशिप इन मी, आई फील कंफर्टेबल। बट ड्यू टू सम रीजंस आई एम हैविंग दिस अपोजिशन एंड इरिटेशन इन मी। The moment I think of this other person, the irritation starts in me. Now this is the issue, right? With the irritation, I'm becoming unhappy. Now I have to work within, right? So that my feelings will be comfortable. So whenever we are in the team, right, UHV, this is what we have started discussing, that now this is the time to take off. But at this time, it becomes very important to be aware and more observant about our own feelings, the feelings within ourselves, for every single volunteers around us. If the feelings are comfortable, settled, we will develop as a family. But if the feelings are not there, and we are connecting to each other just for the projects and the activity, then we will develop as a team. And there's a difference between team and a family, right? So team cannot sustain. So the team will get collapsed. Because in the team, now all those competitions, appreciations, compliments, rewards, positions, everything, this is the team. But then when we would develop as a family, which means we will, each one of us will develop as an individual with our own responsibilities. Okay. So now we can close. This is the time to go for the tea, and then after that, valedictory is here only at 4:30. ठीक है भैया?
ഓരോ ദിവസം പുള്ളി എന്ത് ക്ലാരിഫിക്കേറ്റ് എഴുതിച്ച ഓരോ ദിവസം ദീപേഷ് ഭായിയുടെ ദീപേഷ് ഭായിയുടെ ഈ പുള്ളിക്കാരത്തി ഓ പക്ക സെൽഫ് in discipline, no, she made me disciplined for 2 days to sleep.